Quilty is brought to you by
Baby Lock. Baby Lock sewing and long arm machines. From piecing to long arming for the love of sewing. Aurifil. Aurifil Italian thread. Perfectly suited for all your quilting projects. Dear Stella. A unique fabric brand with modern style. Fairfield. Together, we can make beautiful things. Hovels Sewing. Cut to the point with Hovels Sewing. Moda. Make something quilty with Moda fabrics. Northcott. Cottons that feel like silk. Omnigrid. Providing quilters with specialty rulers and accessories for over 30 years. Hi, thanks for watching Quilty this week. I'm joined by Linda Rainwater. Hi, Linda.
Well, hey, Mary.
It's like you just surprised me just there. We're going to talk about using a tiara to quilt a baby quilt. Why is the tiara so great for this kind of project, Linda?
Well, actually, the tiara, because of the size of its table, can support the weight of almost all your fabric. And so what's so great about that is it really reduces the amount of tension and stress on your shoulders when you're quilting. That's the best part.
When I'm using the domestic sewing machine to quilt a quilt, it really is it's a workout. It's like a whole body process. This is a better way to go, I think.
Absolutely a better way to go.
And I've got some very well-loved machine quilting gloves. Tell me about what this helps us with.
Well, I think that the hardest thing in machine quilting is being able to get the fabric to move with you. And so, without the gloves, you find yourself kind of smushing your fabric around, which is not a good idea because you could get buckling in your fabric. So what the gloves do with their grippiness is they help you do a light touch, and that light touch will move the fabric, and it all comes out great.
And that's a really good tip, don't get, this is bad, and it's really
Bad
easy
form.
to do because you're focusing and you're like, oh, about 15 minutes you're gonna be like, oh, this is terrible. So
Absolutely.
Quilters, man, we're tough. So, and the main part of the show today is I wanna talk about how you can use the patchwork in your quilt, this happens to be a baby quilt, the patchwork in your quilt to really help you do what you want to do with your free motion. Sometimes people say, I would free motion more, but I don't know what to do. I'm not a doodler. I don't know how to draw, so how can I do free motion? But if you use the piecing,
Right.
you can do some pretty neat stuff.
I agree.
So, yeah, so I'm going to give this a shot here. I'm going to put my needle down and bring it back up. And let's see if you get those.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Great. And I'll pull my bobbin thread up. Thank you. And get started here. Do you see it?
Yeah.
Great.
It's right there.
Cool. You get the scissors.
I got the scissors.
It's great to have a buddy.
I'm like a surgeon.
I
Scalpel,
know, right?
Okay.
Scalpel. Okay, great. So I've got it pulled up there. So I'm going to do a little scallop around this line. I've got this line of piecing right there, and I'm going to let that be my guide. So I'm going to take that pin out for now because I might hit it. Okay, and I'm going to start. And I'm just going to do a little scallop, just like that. And that's along the line of my piecing. So now what I could do is just keep going. I could come around the next side, and with free motion, wonky is kind of good. I mean, you don't need to worry about, having everything like totally perfect.
I'm totally inspired. I want to go home and do this
I know.
now.
It's very simple. Like, you don't have to think about some wavy pattern or something that's going to like turn into, I don't know, a forest or something. I mean, some free motion quilters they're amazing.
They are, but you don't have to be amazing and still get good results. And I think
Exactly.
that the idea of being able to do the piecing and the quilting, all of it by you, it really makes the gift personal.
Exactly. And finishing a quilt, there's nothing like it. So let's try some other stuff. So I'm going to come into this triangle, and I am going to do a loop-de-loop. There you go. And I left enough room that I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to cross the streams a little bit. And these machine gloves are awesome. So now I've got a little swirly.
I love it.
Kind of like a cinnamon roll.
Right.
And let's try one more thing. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go in here now, and I'm going to use that piece of my piecing, that seam,
Right.
and I'm going to use that as like the radius of a circle. Okay, the circle will not be perfect.
That's okay.
Warning you right now. Exactly.
That's
It's
okay.
And the babies don't care, So I'm going to come up shoot for this, okay?
All right.
All right. It's more like a lemon. It's definitely a lemon. But that is, and I'd probably do one more round in there because I want it quilted a little bit more heavily. And I'm actually going to go around one more time, so it's like a flower petal. And then check this out. I could continue that motif like that. Like that. Come out around. You know, I like the swirlies, clearly. And then for the last one, I keep wanting to play one more one. Linda, I'm going to do some straight lines.
Do some straight line, Mary.
Yeah, because free motion straight lines are really neat. They're really, they kind of look like lines in the sand or something, because they're not, if you use a ruler, you can get them really straight.
Right.
And that we call that ruler work, right? So I'm going to just go out. I'm going to use this line as my guide, and I'm going to radiate out from that. Come to that. Probably come over a little bit. Come up here. Go down the seam. Come up here. I mean, I kind of have like a fleur-de-lis here going on. So kind of cool, huh?
It's extremely cool. I love the fact that you just dove in and did it.
Yeah.
You know, the hardest part, I think, is just getting started and saying to yourself, no matter what I do, it's going to turn out great.
Exactly. And a baby quilt's a good quilt to do that on.
Right.
You know?
Like you said, babies don't criticize. They
don't
just
care.
cry all the time. So it's not about the quilt. You're not crying because of the
They're
quilt.
not crying because of you. And the moms are so thrilled to get a homemade quilt.
Absolutely.
They're like, they don't look. They're just like, oh my gosh, my baby has a quilt that they'll have forever. And they will.
They will.
So try some free motion. Use your piecing as your guide and enjoy it because it's really, really fun and addictive.
Right. And relaxing.
Oh, yes, all those things.
All those things.
Bye.
Quilty is brought to you by
Baby Lock. Baby Lock sewing and long arm machines. From piecing to long arming for the love of sewing. Aurifil. Aurifil Italian thread. Perfectly suited for all your quilting projects. Dear Stella. A unique fabric brand with modern style. Fairfield. Together, we can make beautiful things. Hovels Sewing. Cut to the point with Hovels Sewing. Moda. Make something quilty with Moda fabrics. Northcott. Cottons that feel like silk. Omnigrid. Providing quilters with specialty rulers and accessories for over 30 years.